Hi, this is Darlene Franklin joining you again today for my second day introducing you to me and to my books, and I'm very glad to be meeting you again. I'm coming up on the release of my 50th book in July, and I'm hoping you'll join me for a special 50 book release party on Facebook on July 10th. I'll give you more details later. And you can always find out about me and about all of my books at Amazon.com. Type in Darlene Franklin, Darlene, and the second listing on the page will probably be the link to my author page. You can go there and peruse all of my titles. But today, I want to talk with you about the very latest book in my collection. It just arrived in the mail 2 days ago from Barbara Publishing, and that is 7 Brides for 7 Mail-Order Husbands. It's written with Cynthia Hickey, Susan Page Davis, Suzanne Dietz, Patti Smith Hall, Carrie Fansett-Patchels, and Gina Wellborn. In 1866, the women of Turtle Springs, Kansas, are desperate for husbands. They lost a good many men during the Civil War, so they decided to go to the extreme measure of placing an ad in magazines across the country for men who would be interested in auditioning or interviewing to become husbands for the women of Turtle Springs. My heroine, Debbie Barker, had come to Turtle Springs from her family's home in Maine. Her parents relocated after the war when there were too many bad memories to stay behind. Debbie also came with them. She lost her fiance during the war. She was older than she hoped to be before being married, and sad and ready to begin again. But she found life in Kansas not everything she had hoped for. So she agreed she would audition for a husband as well. Zach Gage, the hero, was fought during the war. He was discouraged. After the war, he went home. He had lost most of his family, and the family business had been destroyed. So he also wanted a new beginning. Why not go to Kansas and try it? Debbie had to decide, what questions can I ask? What can I learn about a man in 5 minutes conversation to decide whether he might make a potential husband? She came up with 2 questions. The first one was, what did you talk with God about this morning? Not, did you talk with God? That was as an assumed yes. But how personal was it? Did he have a strong faith in God? Zach's answer, of course, was, I prayed about the meeting today, that I would find my wife, and that's God's will. The second question was, in keeping with her search for loveliness, what do you consider lovely? Zach's answer delighted her. He answered, why do I keep saying she? Forgive me. He answered things like the roar of the ocean waves on the rocks, the sound of a bird's song in the spring, or the bugle of a moose. These were all things that Debbie was familiar with growing up in Maine. Zach was from Connecticut, so he'd had some similar experiences. So they two got together at the end of that interview process. Now, do they get together at the end of the book? It's a romance. What do you think? But the story looks at how did they get there? What obstacles did they overcome? What was it like to be a homesteader trying to prove up on that land? And at times, Zach feels like he was brought along as a potential husband to provide extra labor for Debbie's father. They have to deal with that. And does she find loveliness, the loveliness that she's searching for? Read my book, Sunshine of the Heart, to find out. Again, that's Sunshine of the Heart and 7 Brides for 7 Mail-Order Husbands. This is available at Amazon.com. It also will be available in bookstores. You might even see it in Walmart.